that was back in October, where I was just sort of guided to take a step back and look at the mic up at my mouth here. So we'll be speaking. Let's see. Let's take a look at his video description here. It's about people we're talking about, so I'm just going to read this. The person behind the Aroy Mak channel name has an electronic engineering background and more than 25 years of experience in the medical industry, devices segment, has a high interest in nutrition, physical exercise, and other practices which contribute to good health and well-being via removing the factors that create disease or dis-ease, fortifying the immune system with proper nutrition, food, and high-quality supplements, restoring the damages at a cellular and DNA level. Started publishing in YouTube the latest Tony P's podcast named The Remedy. In this chapter, we share the latest podcasts and notes, including comments and links for people who refer to listening to in this platform. In due time, the published videos will include also other topics. So you can support Aroy Mak's work by sharing a coffee or lunch, or become a patron on his channel via Patreon community. And I was able to find his email contact through his blog. So let's see. This again is Aroy Mak's channel. Okay, and next we have here from his blog. There's an e-shop, and they really tricks are used to disable the nano program and facilitate easier removal of nanotechnology from our bodies. So there's, I'll be asking Aroy Mak about these, but here we have several different devices that he has. There's an ANPEMF-01 pulse generator at 1.3 hertz. And then there is also an ANPEMF-02V pulse generator for frequency control. And there's one with, let's see, these look like gradual upgrades. The first three, I'm aware that these would be medical devices that have been manufactured or created because Aroy Mak, I'm going to say Giannis is an engineer, so he would be putting these together. And then the one that actually looks familiar, I believe there are two, is the anti-nano Bermuda. The frequency controls are added to the bucket. Okay. Aroy Mak, and he'll actually be my how I was add posts on the front page or the set audience and it's kid friendly, then the um, comments are disabled. And it's also not possible to share has been also disabled, so you can't really add it on a playlist as well. So I've gone through all of the videos on this YouTube channel and I have removed the audience so that it is not child friendly. Just to enable communications with content. So to societies individual are liberals. So let's see. Candidate. You can take that, but link to that timeline. It shows the book of Revelations and how it all pans out. And we have that date, which I mentioned back in I think in Social Security Administration has been found to run out of funds by 2023. There are major highway projects that are scheduled to end by 2023. In Switzerland, the banks are expected to do a global currency reset where basically debts are all forgiven in 2023. I'll leave that at that. So please be extra cautious after November 19th. Thereafter, from that month, it days bring out the narcissist. Okay. And then when December 1st comes around, we then enter the spiritual history. The woman and dragon come out. It's quite a bit. It's quite a bit. I could go on, but it's really a lot. To coincide with that last video upload that I did on the 8th, or that was uploaded on the 8th, which I'd recorded on the 7th, I had, let's see here. I wrote up a Steemit post and I included it in the link as tiny URL bosses captured. And towards the end, I have, let's see, this little few videos that Dorito Tan had mentioned about Meet Rothschild's bosses, part 1 and part 2. And there's part 1. And when she did report that one in May 30th, 2018, that was when, let's see, the Kilauea volcano on the Hawaiian Islands, the Big Island, or Hawaii Island, was erupting. And yeah, that was interesting. And we came to her second one, June 3rd, 2018. Just a few days later, she had recorded this follow-up. And then, let's see, what I had included, I recently edited this Steemit post to include this video that was shared by a healer, Eli over in New Zealand. And basically, it's notice, the lawful notice of obligation containing evidences of mass fraud, malfeasance, treason, and intent to harm the public. Or I would have put public as mankind. Was served to the police chief constables of over 20 constabularies across the United Kingdom. And let's see, the original source that had uploaded this video, that video was deleted by YouTube. And so the secondary source realized the value of it and had uploaded, I think it was the Red Pill YouTube channel. They mirrored, um, basically, mirrored the video and uploaded it on their channel so it could be found. I find that it is very helpful to keep sharing confirmations like this. Um, anyway, the serving the servants, 4 more locations added, state 1 completed. This re-uploaded video confirms man's collective action to align and take out the bosses, which Doreen Dotan had identified back in the spring of 2018. Paperwork was completed and recorded. I'd say the big one. It's been in recording, which is great. June 9th, 2020 was a considerable driving force behind that. I don't know how I had gotten through 91 pages in a couple of days, but it got done. And then this second one, which entails about 310 pages, that was also completed on September 28th. I had a third document that was prepared and I was just burned out, but I had 179 pages. And what I realized after I left Kansas is that once you get the bosses, you don't have to worry about those entities that are liquidating because they actually liquidate. Switzerland has the most liquidated entities. I guess some are very small. They just don't go back to that. Switzerland. So that was interesting. Lots of education, and every time I watch this, it just makes me smile because it's just realizing that everybody is so perfectly aligned with what they're doing. Just keep doing. You don't need to know it. I just look at the astrology to see what there is to see, because a lot of what's put out there, it's not intuition. Confirms when I do the astrology and I say, oh, okay, that's great. Funds is the association encourages all family members to join the association. So the mother, father, on behalf of their minor children, has the option to apply for their children. And if the adult child decides to withdraw from the association, then there is a simple termination option available. Yeah, and so that's really what I would hope every birth certificate name can go and apply for what I've been calling abundance, but it's basically limited funding. Limited funding, what I have found as I was putting the paperwork together is these Hong Kong entities always put limited at the end, like they are limited in what can be withdrawn from it. listen to this little intro to Aroy Mak. We'll be joining Aroy Mak, or I should say Aroy Mak.
Okay, greetings. This is Smo Love True, and I'd like to welcome to the Smo Love True Healers Happiness channel. This is Yanis of Aroy Mak. It is November 10th, 2020, and here in San Francisco, California, it is 11:26 a.m. And Yanis, what time and what day is it over there?
So it's as well. Hello, first of all.
Yes.
And currently, this recording it's catching me. I'm in Athens, Greece. Although usually I'm based in Switzerland, but I was here for a business trip. And here the time is 20:27. So it's 8:27 p.m. in the evening.
Okay, perfect. We've been out of contact for quite a while, so it's just great to see you and to know that you are keeping busy and on top of everything. I've seen you are so diligent with uploading Tony Panteleresco's videos. So excellent, excellent work.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. We missed you. We missed you. Yes, it was quite a long time, and you have announced you're gonna be offline because you had to take different projects and different aspects, take care of it. But I was happy when a few weeks ago you contacted me and I saw as well that you have started uploading some videos on your YouTube channel. I said, okay, she's back.
It's time to go.
And actually, I don't know if you have noticed it. Maybe the audience they don't know. They have not. Some they will know because they are following you for years, and then I took over, and the newer ones know. But my channel was created because of your decision to move out of Switzerland, and you have said, okay, you will have to stop the videos, be online, and if somebody can take over the podcast of Tony Panteleresco, and then I said, okay, why not? I will take that over. So it was because of you. Because of your departure from Switzerland that triggered the events and the creation of my channel, and then all the work that I have done after that for almost sometime in January. I think it will be 2 years.
That's right. That's right. Thank you for that briefer, because a lot of people don't quite recognize these transitions. They just sort of like, it's not so well presented, but you do an excellent job. So thank you. You do excellent work.
Thank you, thank you. As you know, it takes quite a lot of time, and sometimes the technology or the AI as well cause additional delays. And it is an effort that only if you have uploaded long videos or above than half an hour video, then you know what it means.
Yeah, that's so true.
And try to capture as well, to capture the notes that Tony is putting and all the links, to capture this one and make it available. Yeah, it's quite a lot of time.
It is, and it's a real learning process. Most people don't recognize that. I want to say, working with these podcasts that Tony Panteleresco has uploaded, and going through the notes, putting together relevant images, one is actually absorbing quite a bit of the vocabulary and just seeing the greater picture of how things are rolling out. And I'll have to say that it's very admirable for those who keep putting out the word about what is happening and what to expect, because a lot of it is hidden, and it doesn't matter how educated people are. What I have been finding is that the mainstream media has really inculcated this unknowing amongst the masses. So I can talk to people, and I'm able to speak to my roommates about what's going on, and they're open because they're younger. and can see this correlation. However, in general, there are those who are overtaken by the dark side and they are in complete denial.
It is quite accurate, as you said. The people, it's like really their mind are blinded. Their eyes are open, but they don't see. It's really, as you said, the dark, the evil forces, they have really blocked their mental capacities, their spiritual eyes, they cannot see. And they have used, of course, different techniques, which works actually very well.
Right. This actually brought me to your website, which I'm going to, let's see, do a screen share for your products here. Let's see. Let's see here. That's it. And we'll share and come over here, actually. Yes. So I remember when you were doing, let's see, this is the generator that was like controlled. You could control the frequencies that you were trying to. Could you speak more about the anti-nano device? Because I see it's also attached to the bucket, the anti-nano bucket.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. So actually, I have taken the idea from Tony Spandelerescu idea and his friends, when they came up with idea and can present it, where, okay, the bucket or the triangle, actually, it's a wire, which is when it's a coil. The bucket, it's really like a coil. The triangle is again a coil simply on the shape of a triangle. And when electricity is passing through a wire, it creates magnetic fields. And the idea is to have pulsating magnetic fields, which these are what are disengaging the nano, plus they help us, it helps our body to extract the nano, and then because the pulsating magnetic fields, it's erasing the program of the nano, and as well, the blast of the magnetic field, because, okay, it's on, off, on, off, on, off. This creates a small blast, a field, a force. And this blast is forcing the nano to move from their locations. And the nano, the assemblies of the nano, they never touch each other. Always they keep a distance of at least 1 nanometer away. When they will touch, they're burning, they short circuit, so they are burning. So the blast, the force from the pulse, as well, it will push them, and if they will touch, they will short circuit, and again they are destroyed, and then it's easier our body to expel them with different techniques, chelations, with magnesium, with essential oils, different techniques that we are using to take out the nano. So the nano devices, the bucket and the triangle, they are working this way. They have two benefits. One, erasing the program, and the second, when it will force them, they will touch, it's erasing, it's short circuit, they are burned. And then I created the devices, the one that are on the top, which are creating the pulse. Because if we will connect the power supply directly, this is a direct current. There will be no pulse. It will just gonna pass continuously current, and then gonna have continuous magnetic field. Sometimes, if the power supply is not strong enough, cannot provide a lot of current, it will shut down, open again, shut down, open again, and it will create a small pulse, but it will not be sufficient. And in long terms, it will shorten the life of the power supply, of the power adapter, if it's directly connected to the bucket or to the triangle. So I created these devices, the small one, the first one, which says AN PMF, I'm sorry for that, PMF01. This is making how do you call it? Sorry, this one. I'm just gonna stop the telephone. The first one, the small one, is creating a fixed pulsating rate of 80 pulses per minute or 1.3 hertz. And it's just fixed. We cannot change the frequency. And then I thought to create as well with to change the frequency, to have a control, the possibility to change the frequency, so I can experiment with different frequencies and the effect that they will have on the nano. Instead of having only one fixed frequency, 80 pulses per minute, to have from 1 hertz, it can go up to 150,000 hertz, but it's not recommended.
Right.
I recommend.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where's my horse? Sorry.
You know, the Earth has. There are some electromagnetic fields, different frequencies, usually from 3 to 23, 25. This is the normal frequencies, magnetic fields that they are generated from the Earth, so our body is compatible with.
Okay.
So I recommend to use between 1 and 23, 25 hertz. Anyone is free to experiment with different frequencies. Most of the time I use it between 8, 9, 12 frequencies like that, because I like the number 9. 8, it's close to the Schumann frequency. This device that I have, they change by step of 1, 1, 2, 3. I cannot go to 7.56 hertz. So it has to be 7, 8, 9, 10. And yeah, somebody can experiment with different frequencies what will be best for his body, let's say, and his situation. So I connect these devices to the bucket or the triangle with the magnets, etc., and they generate the different rates of pulses.
Okay. Wow. Yeah, that's wonderful news. It almost seems like those higher frequencies you'd be able to, I guess, address the upcoming issue of 5G, 6G implementation.
Yes, potentially, yes. At least as a disturbance, because when we have the devices, let's say if I have the triangle on the table or close to the window, I can have the pulse generator emitting. I can change the frequency, and this, when the incoming frequency it's arriving inside, the opposing magnetic fields, it will disturb. It will not block it, but it will disturb it. It will potentially reduce or cancel some of its power. It depends. It depends.
It depends. Yes, it's what I'm finding is that the artificial intelligence is able to, because there's a lot of gaming, a lot of programming or deep learning that's happening, it has been able to, I would say, maneuver a lot of the remedies that I've been able to come up with.
Okay.
And so it appears to be advancing quite a bit. The AI is. And so I haven't looked into devices such as yours because I don't have that sort of background.
Yeah.
And how are you able to, where are you manufacturing your products that you have here?
At the moment, I make them at home.
Wow, okay.
Yes, yeah.
It's like your own workshop that you put them out.
Exactly.
Okay,
exactly,
so
exactly.
you're like a, what do you call it, a garage scientist then?
Yeah, I have, let's say, yes, I have, my background is electronic engineering.
Right,
so,
right.
And then working through all my career within medical devices, from engineer up to different positions, commercial, development, process improvement. Anyway, so, and because I like electronics, I have, let's say, a corner where it's my workshop from different projects, electronic projects. So I have now mainly dedicated to making the Nano devices.
Okay, great. And I'm sure that the supplies that you need to have, sources, they're not so cheap, especially in Switzerland.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So you're basically placing, I mean, as people place orders, then you're able to make, as they make a payment, they can.
Yes, exactly. So I try to have a small
like a store or a stock. I'm going to say a supply stock. Oh, I think we lost volume here. We lost volume here. Let's see. Let me stop here. I lost audio. Audio, can you hear me? Okay, I'm being picked up, but I can't hear you, Giannis.
Can you hear me?
Oh, I can hear you now. I can hear you now.
Okay.
Yeah, great.
It came up a message for whatever reason, it's popping up immediately, suddenly that it's muting the stuff. I don't know why by itself. So I was saying that the margin is not that big because the cost is expensive, is high, and I try, but from the margin, I try to keep either for sometimes, some people, they had some issues or they were damaged during the transportation, so I replace it free of charge and then the profit is gone. But from some devices as well, which I got, I had some sales and I got a small profit. All this amount, I put it back to investment. And in order to improve the services that I do, I bought, and I will make a video for that. I have not yet published it. I have bought a special instrument, which is measuring the insulation resistance. So it's for the safety. It's for the safety of the triangle inside the water, because many people, when they hear, okay, there's wire inside the water, they're afraid. So with this device, I can measure the resistance and if there's any leakage of electricity of a current through the water. And of course, the way that I'm making it, I know there is nothing, but I can prove it now. I was doing this measurement, but with a borrowed device, which I could not capture the measurements. Now I can capture the measurement and export the report, so I can reassure all the users of the triangle that they are safe. And even they can, people that they have made their own triangles, they can send it to me with a small fee to make the measurements and see if there is any leakage. Because with the time, when we have, and the salts that we are using in the detox bath, the salts, they may create a corrosion on the plastics. And it's good to, from time to time, the regulations, they say every 6 months or twice per year, to measure the resistance of the wire, if it's still okay and there is no leakage current. So what I want to say is that all the profit that I'm getting, I'm putting back again for the developments. And of course, funds are always needed to be able to develop more, especially when the margin, the profit margin, it's very small.
And that's this is actually an issue. I thank you very much for going into detail about the cost involved and how you basically reinvest whatever profits are gained back into producing more. We would like to invite you to become a member of the SEMPM Association. And with that, it would be that we would basically provide funds so that you'd be able to continue what you're doing and expand.
I would love to.
Okay, great. Welcome to the association. It is provided by limited funds, okay? So.
Okay. So first come, first serve.
It's actually, the word limited comes from these Hong Kong companies always put limited after their entities.
Yeah. Limited responsibility.
Yeah.
Limited responsibility, yes.
Right. And so that's actually where the funds are. It's to redistribute the funds back to mankind. So.
Okay. Great.
Yes.
Great service. Great service.
No,
thank you for that.
Of course,
Thank
of
you.
course.
Thank you. So tell me more how we can.
Yes. So let me actually bring up my screen share here, and we will see. Okay, I'm going to have to come here and pull up. Let's see. I need that there, and we'll do. Oh, it's actually over here. Let's see. Actually, I put together a Steam It post which has join the association or join the club. I think it was.
In the club, okay.
Here we go. Let's see. Yeah, joining SMPM Association, and this is basically takes a little bit of time. Let me close these other windows. Let's see.
Yeah.
I do have these in the let's see, in my video description on my YouTube channel.
Okay, yeah.
And I will put this in the video description when we're done here. Yes. So this is basically the how-to, which form to use. And you know what? I'll just open it. Well, essentially, to create balance, there are certain dates to use either the Yang form, and if one's birthday is not listed here, then they would use the Yin form.
Okay.
And it's, yeah, I've got all the months there. And then from there, I have instructions on, it's just a one-page form. Let's see here. It's 10 US dollars or the equivalent, and who to make it out to, where to send the payment.
Okay.
I have to see about, is payment available online? Maybe there is an online service. I believe there is an online service that you could just do it from where you are in Greece and submit a payment.
Or Switzerland, because it will come from a Swiss account.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yep.
because here in Greece now I'm just visiting. I'm like a visitor.
Okay. Yeah, wherever you are. And then with that, it takes about 4 weeks for processing. I will be available, and I'll put in the video description my location here that I can receive postal deliveries and accept payment and then convert foreign currencies to a US postal money order. Let's see, and then I would just send it off, and this delivery would be expected by the second half of December.
Okay.
In terms of membership complete, and that is when the abundances, or I should say the limited funding is delivered by the second half of December.
Okay.
Yeah, let's see.
And this payment, let's say to become member of the association, the $10 or whatever it's the amount.
Yeah.
This is one-time payment, or it's a recurring?
Oh, well, let me. This is an abundance that is a perpetual. Let's see. There are perpetual disbursements, so it's as needed. And if I show you the form, people's eyes are going to drop out. So it's going to be sufficient to like write out your business plan and figure out where you want to go with that.
Okay,
You'll be able to get up and going.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent. Okay, that will be helpful because yes, to run any kind of business or project, you need some funds. It's a tool.
It is.
And yes, and it's good as well. The networking, the people to help other people the way that they can, and you have set up this this association to help others that they have good intentions to build something good, to help for their intention to manifest their intentions. So yeah, I find it really helpful and appreciate.
Yes, it's this is why I had to go down low for a while, because I had to figure this out and try to make it as simple as possible, and that once I want to say once the end of the year comes and I'm not really around anymore, it just runs itself. And that's the whole purpose, that everything goes right through Oklahoma County and people will be able to access the funds. I have a roommate here who's actually going to be able to translate the document on the website to Spanish. And that way people in the Spanish-speaking communities would be able to access the funds.
So if someone wants, let's say, to access the funds, it can be anyone who has the intentions to use these funds, let's say, and have a project, something, they can contact you, or through the links that you are providing, information that you're providing here in STEAMIT, they can, let's say, be part of the association. They can fill up the forms and then go through the process.
Yes, that's correct. Let me see. One of the big things about having gathered all these entities that have been stealing the funds or the energies from mankind, it's really to return so that people can carry out their private missions, whatever it may be. And I had something of a moral dilemma. It's like, okay, well, there are a lot of trolls on the internet as well. And what if they get access? Well, with these funds, there is karma. There's heavy karma, whether it's a credit or a debit. And anybody who accesses these funds, karma will be delivered during that time of redemption, which comes in 2023. And everybody is responsible is empowered with free will since 2016. And I'm not twisting anybody's arm to take or join the association. I'm just saying funds are available and they're being restored back to mankind. So it's to alleviate and it's really to allow people to express their true self.
Yes, excellent, excellent. I think as a thought and as a willingness to somehow, as you said, to give back to the mankind to what is stolen, and then all this hard work that it took you 2 years to find out how you can do it, and now you have it available for those that they are willing to use it and use it in the correct way. I think it's an excellent idea and a very good execution. So it's worth it missing you online.
Yeah, thank you. That makes me feel so welcomed back. Thank you. That's just a wonderful thing to say.
This is how I feel. I mean, because I didn't know what you are doing when you were offline. I thought that you have, worse things to take care, but actually you're working for the good of the rest of us. So that's very nice of you, and we appreciate it.
Oh, it's been my pleasure. I've actually got big goosebumps.
Oh, sorry.
That's a confirmation. Thank you so much. It's, I've been able to carry out my.
Maybe you can stop sharing the screen so you can see each other, because I think it's recording only the screen.
Oh, okay. Yes. So stop share here. There we go. There we go. There we go. There I am. I'm sorry. I had big goosebumps on my hands when you said that. And it's so true about that time that I was away. It was really to figure things out and actually execute my life's purpose. So shortly thereafter, I'm not here for a long time, is what it is. And a very curious thing, not to jinx anything, but when I was in Massachusetts, I was told that I was going to have this unusual passing, maybe violent. And
Can you talk closer to the microphone?
oh,
I'm missing.
sorry, is that
Yeah.
okay now? Okay. So a big part of realizing I'm not here for a long time, I actually am only here for one cycle. And whatever follows, I just want everybody to know that it has been just the best time that I've ever had. And
Nice.
That first week of December, I'll be finished with putting everything together for the association. And let's see, I might not come back to California. Once I leave, I'm just going to disappear.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh,
But
you gonna disappear from California or online as well?
I'm going to
Both?
go. I'm going to go and find other healers to go bring out and help. Okay.
Okay.
So it's like just got to go and distribute the funds, is what it is. There's a lot.
Okay. I can imagine.
Wow, you really speak for mankind, I'll tell you. You do. Oh, and one of the most, the best things I could have gotten was, I always had pretty white teeth, but when I was in Iowa, I drank a lot of coffee and there was like really hard minerals. So I've got this like stained tooth here.
Yeah.
It look like that.
Oh. Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah, that's a little too close. But
no, it's okay.
It really brings me down to earth. I just feel that was a gift, part of the covering of, I had to lose that Swiss facade, you know? I can't be all polished and shiny new. I have to be like down in the dirt.
Yeah.
And
I
that's
understand what you
been.
say. I understand what you say. Yeah.
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 So, but
Oh, it's correct. It's correct. You have to be, let's say, down to the earth, okay? And when things are happening in us, which is not because of our choices, but because of the environment, then okay, then what, we're gonna be depressed because of that. We just have to accept it, try to do the best that we can to improve it and to repair it, but we should not be ashamed because we have not done something wrong. It just we should be upset with those that are creating these problems on us and to the whole creation, the whole mankind, the whole environment. Yeah.
That is exactly those who have been destroying the environment, our environment, trampling on the earth. They're going to meet their maker and face whatever they're going to have to face.
Yeah, they will not escape. They will not escape.
They won't. Justice is going to be delivered.
Yes, indeed. Okay. So, for people that maybe they would be interested to get in contact or to take advantage of this great offer, I mean, good work that you have done and opportunity to get back what is stolen from us, they will be able to find the form.
Yes, the form.
Description of you have a website where beside the STEAMIT, how we're gonna contact you or come access to this to the Oklahoma Association, this one, how we can do it, and what is required for the other people that maybe some that are in US. I guess it's easier. Some that are abroad. Is it different processes?
Yes, and so that's where let's see. My best guess is those here in North America will have easy access. I've had to, let's see, Oklahoma County kept sending the document back to me because it had foreign languages on it. Only English is permitted on this document, primarily because of the limiting factors imposed by the English language as legalese. So I've had to go back and cross out a lot of the foreign languages. Now, the preferred method would be to use a US postal money order, because that's backed by the French gold franc before the US was established.
Oh,
And yes, so it's much older. And
yes.
let's see. So for those outside of the country, outside of North America, it would be to, if they don't have a bank account, they can send me, let's see. I'm still trying to figure that out. I want to say I'll be available and to process documents from outside of the country, outside of North America, until I'm going to say mid-December at the very latest. But I will have like a general delivery address here in San Francisco where funds can be sent. I'll see about, because I don't have a bank account myself. But it would be to get the word out in terms of these funds are available and they are open to everybody. And hopefully those, like I do have the one roommate who is from Argentina, and she's going to do the Spanish translation for the website. So I would need some assistance in terms of other languages that, not only in terms of getting the word out about it, but translating it so people can see. And what I've tried to do is cut out all of the extraneous information and just get it in a nutshell. This is what you do for $10 US, complete this form and mail it to Oklahoma County.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good. And then they will send the form directly to the address of the Oklahoma County, or you will send it there, or you send it individually. I mean, personally, when I will do everything, all the paperwork, then I will send it to the address of Oklahoma County.
Right. If payment goes through, for instance, if payment goes through, do it online. So I will have links to in the video description, and also create a different post on Steemit and on the website that I've got for Wix and Blogger. And then also funds would go directly online to Oklahoma County, and then that document as a PDF can be uploaded to their site, and it'll actually process a lot quicker, is what I've heard, rather than waiting the 4 weeks. Otherwise, if funding is not, if access to get online for the Oklahoma County is not possible, then I will come up with a remedy in terms of how funds can be sent to me, and then I will take care of the paperwork from here. But I just need the legal name, or the name that's on the birth certificate, and then an address of where the funds can be sent to.
So in case that the name is not English,
right?
So you will need it with a Latin characters as it's potential in the passport?
Yes. Okay. I think that would be, passport would be good. From what I've gathered is that all the birth certificates are registered in the US. And that's why US has been tactical in terms of whichever side can capture North America, then they basically have the administrative body over the birth certificates.
No matter the country?
Doesn't matter the country.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
because, for example, I asked this one for the passport because there are some names, for example, in Swiss German or in German, there are some characters that they are unique in that language.
Right.
But in the passport, there are combination of other letters that they make the equivalent sound of that character in German, for example.
Yes.
So in the form that you are referring, it has to be written with the English equivalent,
Correct.
as it's on the passport, international Latin characters that they are using.
Exactly, exactly. That's actually what I had to do with that final document when I sent it in mid-September, is I had to cross out all the umlauts and all the other diacritical markings, and then I put
Yes.
in the correct, or the OE, in terms of those Roman
Or letters with
characters.
accent in French, where there are some accent. This they will not pass. It has to
Right.
be without. Okay.
Yeah.
That's clear. Good.
So that's a good thank you about the passport, because that the name in the passport is yeah.
It's a legal name. It's a legal name.
It is. It
It's
is.
equivalent. Yeah. Okay. Excellent.
Okay. Well, let's see. I think we've been going for about an hour, and that, in a nutshell, I'd like to share. Thank you so much for meeting with me, and a lot of the clarity that you've brought in terms of, you make a great interviewer, by the way.
No, I try to understand better as well, so that's why I'm asking these questions. And actually, I'm thinking, yes, I would like to take to use these funds, let's say, or this approach, and I will try to. I will go through this process, and I will try to document maybe what I'm doing, how it went. We will be in communication, of course, we exchange informations, and potentially, if it's okay with you, and depending my time, I will as well then share my experience, like looking over the shoulders, what I did, how I did it. Of course, I'm not in North America, so maybe North American people, they will do it much easier or a little bit different. But I will try to record, let's say, the process, and maybe it can help others, and then share my experience. And but I will see. It depends really my time, because now with the new project that I have, it's the free time is limited. But I will try to record this process.
Okay, that would be so helpful. Thank you. I know with your background as an electrical engineer, it just would, you would get all the finer points that are necessary. Thank goodness. So my I'm going to say my computer time is, well, it's not limited the way it had been in the past. It is, I don't have the software to do cutting. And that would be helpful if you could document that process and just sort of check back with me, and we'll try to refine that. But
yes,
it
I
is.
can do that.
Yeah. Okay. Great. Thank you so much. Thank you.
It's at least like what I can do to give back something of what you are doing. So,
oh my God. Well, you've carried out so well, just putting up Tony's work, and so thank you for just staying in, hanging in there. Things are going to get a lot easier. They really are.
Aiming, as we say, yes.
Yes. So it is.
Exactly. Excellent. So, thank you very much. Thank you very much for as well for all of that, and for the time here, the interview. Great.
Great. Well, we will be in touch, and enjoy your evening. Have a productive week.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you. Okay. We'll catch up later. Bye-bye.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye-bye.